A string of tragedies continues to haunt Cory Monteith's family. It seems as though a dark shadow continues to loom over the family of the late Glee star Cory Monteith. Nearly 12 years after the actor's untimely death, his loved ones have once again found themselves enveloped in grief, having suffered not one but two heartbreaking losses in just over a month. Cory's mother, Anne McGregor, passed away on June 18 at the age of 74. Her death marked yet another tragic chapter in the life of a family that has already endured immense pain. The heartbreaking news was confirmed through an obituary posted by Prairie View Cremation and Memorial Services, which expressed deep gratitude to the many individuals who stood by Anne's side during her final years. "We want to thank Anne's close friends and acquaintances who have been there to support her over the years," the message read. "We would also like to thank the doctors, nurses and palliative care staff at St. Paul's Hospital in Saskatoon for the impeccable care and received while there." Though a public service was not planned, the family revealed that they will honor Anne's life in a private celebration to be held at a later date, a quiet, intimate farewell for a woman who had already endured more than her share of heartbreak. Anne's passing comes as a devastating blow to a family that was already mourning another recent loss. Just 5 weeks earlier, on May 12, Joe Monteith, Cory's father, passed away after battling an illness. His death was announced through an obituary shared by the Oromocto Funeral Home and Crematorium. For those unfamiliar with Cory Monteith's personal history, his parents, Anne and Joe, had separated in 1989, long before Cory's rise to stardom. Despite their split, they remained a central part of Cory's life in very different ways. While Anne was his primary caregiver, raising him and his older brother Sean in British Columbia, Joe, a military man, had been somewhat estranged from Cory during his early years. However, in later years, especially after Cory became a household name thanks to his breakout role as Finn Hudson on Glee, he and his father made efforts to reconnect. Tragically, their reunion was short-lived, as Cory died in 2013 at the age of 31 due to an accidental overdose of heroin and alcohol. Cory's death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left fans devastated. He had been open about his struggles with addiction, having entered rehab several times throughout his life. Despite his efforts to stay sober and the support of his loved ones, the battle proved to be too much. Anne McGregor was deeply impacted by the loss of her younger son. In the years following his death, she rarely spoke publicly, but when she did, her grief was palpable. In interviews, she often expressed how losing Cory left a void in her life that could never be filled. In 2018, on what would have been his 36th birthday, she posted a heartfelt tribute, writing, "The loss is just as heavy as it was the day he died." Now, with both of Cory's parents having passed away, his surviving brother, Sean Monteith, is left to carry the emotional weight of these back-to-back tragedies. While not much is publicly known about Sean, it's clear that he too has endured years of sorrow stemming from the loss of his younger brother and now both parents. The Monteith family's journey has been one of resilience through grief. Even as they faced loss after loss, they have tried to preserve Cory's legacy, one filled with talent, warmth, and a lasting impact on fans around the world. From his early days in Vancouver to achieving international fame, Cory's journey resonated with many who saw in him both vulnerability and strength. Cory Monteith wasn't just a beloved actor. He was a symbol of perseverance, someone who rose from difficult circumstances to become a star and tried to use his platform to inspire others. His death was a stark reminder of the devastating impact of addiction, and it sparked countless conversations about mental health and support for young artists in the entertainment industry. Now, with both of his parents having passed on, fans and loved ones are once again reminded of the fleeting nature of life and the importance of cherishing those we hold dear. Anne and Joe may have had their differences during their marriage, but they shared the bond of parenthood and the mutual love for their children. That bond, even in the face of death, remains unbreakable. As the family plans to lay and to rest privately, those who admired Cory and followed his story are mourning alongside them, not just for the lives lost, but for the heaviness that seems to follow those left behind. May Anne McGregor and Joe Monteith rest in peace, reunited at last with their beloved son. And may the Monteith family, despite the many storms they've endured, find moments of peace and healing in the days to come.